Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be continuing the Murli of 18th of January 1980. And in today's part, Baba is focusing on the subtle service, and also Baba is talking about a special instrument for foreign service, Daddy Janki, was supposed to be going back to London. And Baba kinds of prepared all the instrument. And the feeling that was coming from this part is that there's a lot of things that, individually we are all working together to create that stage for the final moment whereby we'll be moving towards the kingdom. But before that, that work has to happen. And all the students who are there, Baba's children, are doing their part. But there is also another part that is happening in an incognito way. And Baba is talking a lot about that part today. So we'll start. Today, Dadi Janki is taking leave to return to London. BapDada made Dadi to sit on the gadi next to him and take leave from everyone. BapDada also gives respect to his specially beloved children. This is why BapDada congratulates Badai, but does not bid you farewell, Bidai. In any case, you are an intoxicated fakir, wandering holy beggar. Baba even tours the world with the children in the corporeal form. Generally, Baba tours the world in a second, but he also tours around doing service with the children in the corporeal form. So you are returning in order to take the Father on a tour of world service. That is, to take him on a tour of service. Your speciality for this year is, may you be a ruler of the globe. Into brackets, Chakravarti, one who tours the whole world. The Father will lead you and you will follow him. You will take the Father on a tour, or the Father will take you on a tour. Now, Baba goes into another part. Sweet Didiji came and sat in front of BapDada. Then Baba said, today all the children came to the subtle region through their love. However, today, in order to celebrate this day of power, the elevated souls who have gone elsewhere to do service also came here. This heart-to-heart conversation was very good. Their heart-to-heart conversation was very good. Those souls, in different costumes now, were very pleased to see their wonderful paths of world service and were wondering what alaukik secret parts of world service they are playing through their different bodies. BapDada was telling them this. The memorial of river Saraswati, the purifier of the world, is in the form of an incognito server. The river Ganges and the river Jamuna are very well known in their physical forms and can be seen. However, the memorial of the service Saraswati did not, the memorial of the service Saraswati, the service Saraswati did, has been symbolized by an incognito river and also visibly by the one with the sitar. Her incognito memorial is symbolized by an incognito river. Both paths are wonderful. From the moment of her from the moment of her birth, her path is connected with service. There is a saying, you take birth where there is victory for you. This does not refer to victory over a kingdom, but by taking this birth, you experience victory over your vices. It is when you take this birth that you experience victory, not that you take birth where there has been victory. I'll repeat that part. It is when you take this birth that you experience victory, not that you take birth where there has been victory. The practical part must be played of even the smallest memorial. These special servers are now waiting for the completion of time and the completion of the service of the corporeal servers. Because only when the role of physical service comes to an end, can the wonderful part of the give and take of the new kingdom begin. Because only when the role of the physical service comes to an end, can the wonderful part of the give and take of the new world begin. The gathering of the advanced group is very powerful, especially the very well-known souls within it. These souls are playing their wonderful parts of preparing the land for the first birth, the elevated birth, at a fast speed. Those responsible for destruction are just waiting to press a button. Similarly, the advance party of instrumental souls doing the service of creation through divine birth is just waiting to give a touching, to give a message and bring about revelation. They will reveal this through the love of their relationships. The part of the birth of the first creation is recorded in the form of unique stories. Krishna will be the first and Radhe will follow later. Radhe will be born after the task of preparing the birthplace and the stage of Krishna has been completed. This is why Krishna is older than Radhe. It is similar to how Jagdamba went onto the field of service outside Madhuban to prepare the land first, and then the father, Brahma, followed. It is similar to how Jagadamba and the special child Vishwakishore both faced the opposition, just as they were the ones were ahead onto the field of service. So even now, they have in their different costume the same sanskars that they had for that task. They are both hero actors in the story of the birth of the first creation. They are now having their palaces of the womb prepared. Both of those idols were instruments in all the activity that happened here too. So such powerful souls are also needed to prepare those palaces. They made preparation for the establishment here, and they are now making preparation for the special 8 jewels there. They're preparing your palaces for you. Only when all the preparation have been made will you souls go there. Therefore, such an elevated task of preparing pure palaces in the impure world has to be carried out, and such powerful souls are needed to accomplish this powerful task. Not just any soul could do this. They're also asking all of you for a date to be ready by. They are also asking all of you for a date for when you want the palaces to be ready by. They want a date. They're asking that their task can only begin when your part of doing physical service comes to an end. That your end will bring their beginning. First, there has to be the end, then there has to be the beginning. So, what is the date of the end of your part of service? That date will also be the date for the birth of the kingdom. Did you hear their heart-to-heart conversations? In fact, all souls emerged, with souls who had gone into new births. But even they have their groups. So we will pause here. We'll have a few minutes before we share our points. Shanti. Does anyone would like to share their point or what it is that their feeling was?
The point today where Baba mentions in the Murli that each soul that takes birth here is um, taking birth for victory, and then he defines what victory is. So the reflection on this point is he's not talking about any material victory. He's talking about liberating of the soul journey, and that is a reflection point that touched me to look at what is the purpose, what is the role of either soul in this world. Om Shanti.
Yes.
Om Shanti. Yeah, same point I also wanted to share, Arifai, as
Yes,
Rajni
please.
sister has shared. And just imagine what we are experiencing when the new birth, then everything is new, the old customs, old traditions, old that body and everything is now not there. Actually, that's what Baba is you know aiming at for we children to experience new body means the body which is yeah, we'll get in Satyuga. We have to start visualizing right now the soul also with the new set of sanskars, bap saman sanskar, divine intellect and mind which is like bap saman, uh, so the new everything need that newness, full of energy, zeal, enthusiasm, and the Charti Kala or the Urti Kala flying stage or the ascending stage. That's something unique which we Brahmin children are able to experience.
You're
And
breaking at the end. Yes, can you repeat, please?
we what I was saying is the new birth
Mm,
has a lot of characteristics like the new mind, new intellect, which is divine
mm,
intellect, and new
mm,
sanskars, which are like
mm,
Saman sanskars. So, and the new set of body which we'll be getting in Satyuga, we are experiencing right now only because Sangam Yuga conference is the first uh, birth,
mm,
which is out of one out of the 21 births,
mm,
which are DT births. So this birth itself, we are experiencing that joy, that limitless zeal, and
mm,
the ascending stage, as I was saying, no? Flying stage.
mm, mm,
So it's everything is new. When you are into the new home, the new country,
mm,
how does one feel? Very ecstatic. We would like to enjoy every moment in the new
mm,
country. We would like to explore, and isn't it? That
mm,
the similar feeling, Baba says, new birth it itself symbolifies embody the victory. That
mm,
that's a big leap. New birth itself is a big leap, and then everything follows.
mm, mm.
Om Shanti.
It's very true. Yeah. This point that you mentioned often comes to mind here. When we buy something new or when something new happens, everybody becomes so excited about it. But then after a little while, it just goes away. So when Baba is doing his work and we are part of that work, we are totally changing everything. The reason why these victories are very short lived in the world, like today, somebody becomes, Baba recently mentioned, no, serve the business people because they are the ones who are constantly there. The leaders come and go because this is not really victory. It's an illusion of victory. True victory is the one that will never be lost, you know. So that point also came to mind. So I thought I would share.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. One that's given in Murli, the Chakravarti. And the meaning of Chakravarti is given the one who rules the whole world. And that is a big miss. When you do the whole world, there is means you get an experience. Baba has mentioned that the experience, the victory over your vices. So when you go world tour, tour the whole world, there is a vices and there is a virtues also. So Baba has given the all virtues. So that is a victory. We experience this victory over our vices. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Yes, Shanti. Thank you, brother.
Om Shanti, Arif Bhai.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yes. Om Shanti, go ahead.
You know, there were just two things. This Murli is very, very unique. First is, of course, which we have heard from dadis and all, like whenever they are sent out on service and when they come back, the way Baba waits for them in Madhuban at the end of that corridor, waiting to see that his children are returning, and then hearing the stories of the service that they shared with him, with those sparkling eyes, and how Baba really, the way that kind of going on service and coming, that report giving. But here, one thing, even in that which Baba mentions it, Baba also tours around doing service with the children in the corporeal form. That was what I was thinking. I thought now Baba is in the Abhyakt form. So I want to really go deeper down and find out when he has reached his Abhyakt stage, what is that going and doing service with the children in the corporeal form. The second one is the incognito secret, which has been revealed in that paragraph. It's a unique story. Like everyone, I remember, used to ask Brahma Baba why Mama left her body earlier. Why did Mama had to go? So that has been so cleverly put over here in the form of a story. One is Baba takes it to the analogy of incognito, the river Saraswati, and the visible form, the one with the sitar, meaning about Jagadamba. And that one unique story which Baba has given over here is Radhe will be born after the task of preparing the birthplace. So that is why Radhe went first, as Baba says, and Brahma Baba followed. Because Radhe has to prepare the birthplace. And she will be born, and Radhe will be born after these two things. She has to first prepare the birthplace, and she has to wait for the stage of Krishna to be complete. I love that unique story because that if suppose you are really interested in the story of the first creation, when we ask this whole paragraph, if you really sit down with Baba, you will understand. And how well Baba connects it by saying that's why he went outside Madhuban to prepare the land and follow. And then Baba gives the second soul, Vishwa Kishore, because he was also the one who, along with Mama, had to face a lot of opposition. And they are the both hero actors. They are going to prepare the palaces of the womb. They are going to be the idols of instrument. They are going to be the powerful souls. I think I love to listen to this incognito secret, which Baba has just revealed a little. We may think that it's part of a drama, but sometimes really we would like to know the story of the first creation. I think I love this story, which is given in that first paragraph. And the second point, as I said, how Baba goes on a service in a corporeal form. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you. And, this is a mystery, mystery of creation. But the beauty of this mystery is that in devotion, there are things that has been told symbolically. And Baba said every memorial, everything that has been remembered is actually happening. You are the one who are creating this. So the beauty of what Baba teaches us is that, which I found, not that I understood it, but I found it very interesting because we usually have this thing. This is an iron age. Conference age has been established. Children are putting effort. And then we have this golden age, the new age that Ombai and others were talking about. Beautiful, completely different. There is absolutely nothing of the old in that new world, you know. So our mind cannot even grasp that in reality, you know, because our mind has been so much conditioned. The mind has to be so pure to be able to grasp that. And personally, honestly speaking, I don't know that answer, you know, the answer of the interface. But what I am fascinated about is the gradual process. You know, Baba doesn't, there is no jump, you know. I always believe that everything that is created, you know, in a fashion where the one leads to another. But the beauty of this is that there is a subtle aspect whereby there is an incognito force also. So when energy, you know, like Baba said today, your physical work has to be completed for that particular work to start. Okay, now that particular work is not physical, right? So the beauty of the subtle coming into the connection, you know, I call this the interface. This is so beautiful. I don't have the answer to that question, but I think most of the people who have got answer have asked Baba. You know, if you really deeply want to know these secrets, then you have to sit with Baba and ask him, and he probably reveals, you know, some of those secrets. Some people have got, you know, I've spoken to, and they've got a lot of secrets in this method. So you just have to sit and have this deep wish to know, and then Baba will tell you, and then you can share with a lot of people. Second thing is when I was also little bit like, you know, wondering what does a Baba mean that he will be coming in corporeal form, and I think that kind of makes sense because whenever we go to service and when we go outside and we go to tour the world, you feel that Baba is with you. So in that way, like Baba says, no, I speak through you sometimes when, you know, you don't have the right words, and I kind of, you know, help. So I think in his in his way, he's incorporeal, he doesn't have a body, but he uses us. So that's how I think that second part would be. So thank you. Anyone else?
Arif Bhai, today Baba speaks about the three rivers, Ganges and Jamuna, and then he speaks about Saraswati. Would anybody like to reflect on that? Somewhere I'm not getting that point.
Well, in the physical reality, there is no third river. There are only two rivers. And they are saying that there's an incognito river that runs under these two rivers. That's what I've heard. So like physically there are only two rivers, but they're saying that there is a third one, but it's under. So like how can a, like, basically definition of if you define a river, and if there are two rivers, means their sources will be coming from somewhere, and then maybe they meet, and waters have a particular property. They are all water, but they don't mix, because of the way that different waters have different properties. So now they are saying that there is this third one. This is as far as what I've heard about Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati is not really there. There's no place like, you can't go and see it. That's what I know. Maybe somebody else has more information.
Om Shanti. Just
Okay.
adding one reflection to what
Yeah,
I just
sure.
said. That Saraswati is incognito river, and it symbolifies the knowledge, and that's why Saraswati, if you see the idol, there's a veena shown with the Saraswati, and all the double crown, everything is there with Saraswati, and the decorations. But the specialty is the Hans asan, and the veena in hands, and veena, she's constantly playing that veena. So basically it's the uh, it's it yesterday also I was, in some function, we were asked to garland the goddess Saraswati idol, and the during the welcome. So I was closely observing the idol, and I could relate that she is totally incognito, means she is not presently revealing uh, uh, her purusharth, her efforts uh, uh, to the physical world, and people come to know only later that how deep her purusharth was. So it, basically, Mama is what Jagdamba Saraswati. Baba says, Mama's Purusharth was like this, that was totally uh, with complete devotion and total soul consciousness stage. She took number one. So this was one reflection. Veena is like that complete uh, unison with Baba, completely, complete devotion. Om Shanti.
Yeah,
Arif
yesterday.
bhai,
Samarpan, जिसे कहते हैं, समर्पण बुद्धि. Om Shanti.
Yes, please.
Arif bhai, there is a story. I
Yes.
think if somebody has really gone through the scripture, especially the Kumbh Mela, it's very, very clearly explained over there. People come to the Kumbh Mela to only have a bathe in the two rivers. And there are even, for bathing in the Yamuna, bathing in the Ganga. If you go to the scriptures, there are so many different things. But over there, it's very clearly said. It's called, that's why, as the Triveni Sangam. But on the face of it, when people come, it's only what is visible is the Ganga and Yamuna. So they come over there to have a bathe in the thing, and for all those aims for which the bathing is there. But it is believed that the mysterious third river is present over there, and it has been proved also by the rishis and munis and all, the existence of a third river, which they call it as Saraswati. There is a deep scriptural knowledge on this. If really one wants to understand, you must go to the Kumbh Mela thing, the Prayag, the Allahabad thing to understand. It's beautiful. But in order to really accept it, that's a different thing, because there are rishis and munis who are their third eye, they are saying there is a third river. But over here, when Baba is talking about, it's just to tell us, we have come here for a particular meeting, but there is an incognito person at work. So Baba is just revealing that analogy of the incognito Saraswati in Triveni Sangam with the incognito Saraswati in our knowledge, the incognito Jagadamba. And she is not alone. She is also helped by Dada Vishweshwar. I think just that to connect to that incognito part, Baba always mentions about this. But there is a real story of these three rivers, which is very beautiful to understand about the Kumbh Mela. Om Shanti.
Yeah.
And one can also relate with the like two eyes are visible, but the third eye is invisible.
Yeah.
The divine,
The third eye. Yeah.
the third eye
Yeah.
is often invisible. I mean, only
Yeah.
yogis can experience that. We children can experience that.
Yeah.
That's another analogy. And
Symbolism.
third
Yeah.
analogy is the Ida, Pingla, and Shushumna. These three
Yeah.
nadis are there.
Yeah.
So the Shushumna nadi is not visible; it's
Yeah.
invisible. And once we are
Mm.
able to focus on that, and it is often said that it
Yeah.
releases a lot of energy from Kundalini, and in the scriptures,
Mm.
and it
Mm-hmm.
is said, and
Yeah.
it leads to a lot of uh, divine
Yeah.
energy and all that. Om Shanti.
Mm. So this is a good discussion, and and there are different angles. And I usually look at the scriptures. I look at the physical reality, but at the end, Baba has always a subtle meaning to everything. And I think this is what I was alluding to at the beginning, that whenever there is a change, okay, there's one reality which is the golden age, there's another reality which is the iron age, and then there is the confluence age. And in the confluence age, there is two parts. One is the physical work, and then one is the incognito work. And it's like, like all the things will, all the two sides, the energy part and the physical part have to meet in order for the creation to happen. And also, there's so many other examples, and it's so fascinating to look at all this and to understand the deeper side of the whole thing. Basically, at the end, um, you know that achievement, that result of all the work, to create this beautiful world where there is no trace of any impurity in that world, which means that there's nothing of this old which will go there, and there is more and more. I mean, even if you come to Gyan Sarovar, there's a brother who explains this very nicely. If you get an opportunity to understand how the transformation of the world happens. And his method was also from having touching from Baba. So you can come here if you can connect with me and I can take you there. So what about our homework? Anyone has done the homework? Anybody remembers the homework from yesterday?
What are the things that I resist? What are the things that I resist was one of the homework that you
Ye-
shared yesterday.
Yes.
And
Is there anything that you still resist? And is there anything that you still are pulled by and like you favor something? Did you find anything? Or shall we
yes,
postpone it till tomorrow?
no, I did find certain things for myself. Resisting is, doing things at times when it's meant to be. Chalo, aaj nahi
Mm,
kal ho jayega.
mm,
That is one point that I got in.
yeah.
And yes, uh, I at times still get pulled to. So yesterday I was in few client meetings, and I
Mm,
saw that I get pulled to things which are very challenging.
mm,
I love to take up challenges.
mm,
Whether it
mm,
is good or bad, I don't know, but I get pulled. I suddenly get pulled. Okay, let's do something which is not. People say it's not possible. Let me just do
mm,
it.
mm. So there are two parts to that. One part is a good part, and another part is that I'm seeking something from this achievement. If it is a pull, if it is a natural, like, naturally, this is what I like. If there is something difficult, I like to put in that effort, but it doesn't feel like effort. But there is another one, which is the one which I would call, um, you do so that you can be recognized. If you didn't, then something would be, so you have to check. And this first part that you mentioned was that You need to see that where there is heaviness to do something. What is it that, what situation creates that heaviness? You have to see, because there's a pattern always.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you so much for your honesty and sharing. The first one to share the homework,
Arif Bhai, even I wanted to share about this.
Please.
Like, I can never say that there is no attraction, there is no pull. But how do I feel? Suppose you are there in the middle of the sea and there's a big rock with trees and all, and you're seated on the top of the rock. So you can see the whole ocean. So something beyond over there attracts me. I feel I go out of the stone and I look at it. But there is something in that stone which has stuck me down, which is pulling me back. Okay, go see it and come, but better come back, because you're not supposed to go over there. You're supposed to return. That kind of a controlled, you can say, I won't call, I don't know whether it's wavering, because there's no question of wavering. Yes, there is attraction. There are so many other things. Like, take for example, now if you ask me, I would like to know so many things of the world, what is happening in Mudban, what is happening to all these advanced parties. I don't want to leave. So there are so many attractions which are there. And even my own weaknesses, my own things pull me, but I just say, hey, it's okay. It's just part of my game of my mind. I'll play, but I will be rooted back to that stone where I am sitting. It's not going to be something which is going to pull me away from it and take away. And this is there. And I don't feel challenged out of it. I just sometimes take it as a game. Sometimes I know it's time waste. I know it's a time waste. But just like a game, I take it on.
Shanti. Okay, we've run out of time, but let me just extend this homework, because I don't think we are still doing it in the way that I was intending to. So it's a very simple homework. Just check in your day. Every time an incident happens, anything that happens, every time you're sitting and a thought comes, what is it that you're still resisting, and what is it that pulls you? To make it simple for you, I'll just give you a little bit of an example. Okay, you got an invitation from somebody, or somebody asked you to do some service, or there is a place that you have to go. Do you start feeling heavy? Now, what I want you to note down, what is that place? What is that person? Who is that person? Or you're just walking on the street and you met somebody and suddenly, or a phone call comes and a name comes and you felt like, that heaviness to pick that call. Okay, that is all resistance. Okay, the way to find attraction is, do you favor? Do I favor a person? Do I favor a result? Do I need something to happen? Do I do, like, that line of wanting something to be done and needing it, you have to find that. Okay, and that you will see where, there are two people and you are on one side. Okay, like, your energy is aligned more towards something. That is a very subtle way of doing this homework, and it is very powerful homework. So I would like you to all pay attention. Maybe tomorrow at the beginning we will share this result. Okay, so 1 minute silence and we'll finish. Om Shanti.
Will we have a short meditation, brother?
You mean commentary?
Yes, silence or commentary.
Yeah, we already started silence. I just said we'll have 1 minute, 2 minutes silence. Yeah. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Arif Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Before we close the session today, there's one announcement that from after 15th of June, each one of us will have to use a passcode to enter this Zoom link. The passcode is 11, and we shall keep circulating